Hello, my name is Angel, and today I'm going to be talking about voluntary versus involuntary attention. Let's get straight into it. I'm going to talk about a study that talks about voluntary versus involuntary attention. The study had participants listen to certain sounds. Either they were told they were going to expect a certain sound, or they listened to an unexpected sound that appeared and grabbed their attention. So a sign of voluntary attention is when they were told they were going to expect the sound, so they were expecting what was going to be heard. And then involuntary attention was when they were they had a random sound appear. And this is for the voluntary attention, it activated their superior into intraparietal sulcus, otherwise known as IPS, and their premotor cortex, including frontal eye fields. And for involuntary attention, it activated the inferior IPS and parts of the precuneus. Voluntary versus involuntary study number two that I found was that voluntary intention is usually more slowed and controlled based on goals. So you choose what you want to focus on, and like when you're driving, you're focusing on that. But when a bird goes past you, that's an involuntary intention. So involuntary attention is fast and automatic. Your attention gets pulled from something that's sudden or an important event like a car crash when you're driving. And we found that voluntary attention is more slower of a reaction. It's because you're already expecting it. So 300 milliseconds, that's the average time that the study found. And then for involuntary attention, they found that you're way more faster to react to something that you would not expect, which was 100 milliseconds. And the study tested people with controlled visual tests while measuring performance and perception changes. They also recorded brain activity in different areas, like in the prefrontal lobe and all the other important brain activity areas. And finally, comparing the time of both attention types, which I talked about already. And now the similarities of both and the differences. So voluntary intention, you basically get to choose what to focus on. Like I said, driving is more controlled, more effortful. An example of this is studying while ignoring background noise, or like the car example I gave you earlier. And involuntary intention is more stimulus driven, like more reactive to your senses. So it's more automatic and reflexive. So you're more likely to use your reflexes better than you would in an involuntary attention. An example of this is also you instantly look at a sound or flashing light, and some similarities between these two attentions is they both affect sensory processing in the auditory cortex, and they're both essential for your daily life. We use it every day of our life. Even right now, I'm using it. There's some things going on in the background that I'm not paying attention to at all, but sometimes they could grab my attention. Like someone might be messaging right now, and that could grab my attention. And this concludes my presentation. Here's my works cited page, and thank you for listening.